Save the Mermaids! Woo!
Aloha, and welcome to our Save the Mermaids podcast here at Classic Waves Boutique. I'm Rachel. I'm Gabby. And this is our featured guest today, Jenny Helman.
Hello, good morning.
One of our esteemed vendors and artists that we carry here at Classic Waves Boutique. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, and
It was exciting.
we're just using this podcast to share more about your story and hear about what makes you such a special, unique artist that we're so lucky to carry in our story.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the time. It's fun to be here in the beautiful store.
You've always been, since I started a little over a year ago, you've always been such a face of Classic Waves to me, like a welcoming and warm face. And so I think it's really special that you're like a part of our store. So it feels right that you're here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Everybody's been so welcoming, and it's such an easy way to just feel at home. Everybody just loves what they do. I feel like you guys seem to enjoy being there, and it's a fun, beautiful space to be in, and I'm just honored to be there myself. Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Well, let's dive into it. You want to share more about your story and maybe when you started making art?
Sure. I am. So I come from like a family of makers.
Cool.
My dad built his airplane.
What?
Yeah, and my aunt makes these beautiful these Santas that have very specific details. My brother tinkers with computers. I think he has a welding gun, and so it's just this my other aunt. Oh, I could go on, but yeah, and so it's just been this culture of like, oh, let's do something, let's make something, and so I even remember like in my second grade bedroom at home, I was watercoloring and I was doing the splatter, and it went on my curtains. I don't think I told my mom this, but went on my curtains, and I was like, that's so pretty, and so even back then it was just kind of like playing with colors and everything. And so I wasn't particularly artistic in high school. I was just trying to get through and do well so that I could go to school for film school, which of course is every parent's dream. But yeah, so I was fortunate enough to be at the Florida State University Film School for the first graduating class. Go Knowles! But yeah, and that just kind of transitioned, into telling stories and working with people and learning how to do that with zero money, and figure out how to look around and see what's around you and take notice of all that kind of stuff. And so that had been a kind of the next evolution of my artistic stuff. But after I graduated, I got married to my husband Don, who's still married today. That we moved to Washington D.C., where there's a lot more film opportunities. But I realized I like the post production part, where you're in one location. You're not out in scouting locations or that. So it's interesting. And yeah, my first big job in film was cleaning film, like actually with two spools, winding them around and making sure they were clean. Yeah, and so you got to put in the time, got the carpal tunnels, serum, all of it. And so just after about a year of doing that, I got moved up to running the telecine, which is a film to tape transfer machine. It takes actual film and boops it into videotape back then. Now it'll go straight to digital, but and we worked with the National Archives. So that was that. So lots of historic footage, looking, understanding where things came from. And then time moves on, and I had some kids, so I took some time off. But back it up a little bit. When I was at the telecine, it's a lot of black and white footage, and we were doing a lot of World War II stuff that's deep and dark and doesn't feel great. So I was driving home, and I was like, I need more color.
Oh, yeah.
I need more light. And I just realized that for some reason, stained glass popped in my head. I'd seen somebody make it like as a kid, and I was like, let's see. Took lessons, and that's where that exploded. But yeah, so had kids, took a break for that for a little bit, but it's just evolved into stained glass is where it started, I still have some of the pieces that I bought from my first class, and I'll throw them into my mosaics now and then. And so it's just kind of this whole, yeah, history of that kind of stuff. So I do have glass from my great grandparents' house that's about 125 years old right now. Well, it's still the cat used to sleep on it, but yeah, I still have you guarding it, but I don't know what to do with it just yet. So it is staying. So that's my oldest piece. So yeah, so that's basically it. Fast forward, I just trying out new things. There's new technologies,
Yeah.
which make things a lot of fun, a lot more accessible, and so that's my story.
Thank you for sharing. So you obviously have a creative mind and it guided you to where you are today. So we have a lot of your mosaics and ornaments and stuff, but what would you consider yourself a maker of? How would, in your family, what
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
maker?
I just try to make things that have meaning but are also beautiful.
Yeah.
And so, it can be beautiful without meaning, and that's fun too. But I try to put a little bit of something that stuck with me when I'm out and about, or just stories people tell me. So I try to do that. So to answer your question, what's today? Yeah. No, it's the foundation. My foundation is mosaics and stained glass. When you're constructing stained glass, there are certain rules of the road with how the glass works. And so I translate that over to the mosaics a little bit, still using glass. And then now that I'm using the laser cutter too, I try to keep that same kind of feel, because people seem to think that, or seem to tell me that it has like a flow to it, or, and it feels, when I look at it myself, feels like there's some movement or just something there. So
No,
try and keep it sweet.
love that. Thank you. So you are a beautiful, meaningful.
Let A to stay. That's the goal. That's the goal. Thank you, though. Yeah.
Also, what kind of airplane did your dad make? That's what. Just through the.
All right, it is a 1318 two-seat airplane, and this would be roomy. It's a little tiny sport plane. It's zippy and fun, and yeah. Yeah, he finished it when I was about 14 years old. Still, I think it's the same plane, but every piece has been replaced since then. So why is it a different airplane? She's staying up. Yeah, I'll book tickets. There you go. Oh yeah. It's like,
So when you sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no,
But you started with your stained glass and everything, and I know you've been with Classic Waves for quite some time. Well, I guess first, before I ask how you became a part of Classic Waves, when did you get out here to Hawaii, and how has the island influenced that storytelling you do through your art?
oh gosh. So we first moved here in 2003, and then moved away. My husband's in the military, and so we came out. And then he got transferred, and so. But then we missed it so much. So in 2007, we got an opportunity to come back, and then that was when we came back, and that's when we stayed. And so just it's so different here than in a lot of places. We're just fortunate enough that some of the things you see lend themselves to art. It's not that not that every place has its own beauty and everything, but this is like in your face, just like
True.
the mokes, the diamond head, all the rainbows. It just this there's all these things, but a lot of things come from just being out in the world. And used to do a lot more running than I do now, but you see a lot when you're on your feet. And so there's one of my ornaments. It's the Lanikai Monument, and it has the mooks in the background. But the sky is generally, I try to do it like the sunrise colors, because there was a morning I was running and coming up the hill, and the sky just was amazing colors. And so I know a lot of people don't like to get up that early, so I thought I'd share that. You capture it. Yeah, I see. So, I'm always trying to think, and it's just a great opportunity to be out in fresh air, and then you just see the small stuff. And some come from stories, like, we were talking earlier about the tree on the beach. That's my friend Susan and Pat and Ruth and Todd used to have to start that.
What is
And
that?
so tree on the beach. So I have an ornament and it's a Christmas tree and has the water and then has the mokes, right? And so basically every year, my friends Susan and Ruth get a tree and plant it on the beach, and then we decorate it with what we find on it could be lost sunglasses, it could be seaweed, it could be, whatever. But we've added lights recently, you gotta stay with the times. But basically it's an excuse to stop our busy times during the holidays, take a moment, leave a tree at castles, and then, go ahead and have a potluck sometimes. Sometimes we don't have time to do that, but most of the time it's just a good time to remember our friendship. And I have several pictures of that, and I was just like, let me see about making an ornament that does that. And it's so the stuff comes from these stories. They appear out of experiences.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I think it's beautiful that it comes from your brain, but it's also all your ornaments are all handmade, and your stuff is so handmade that it's like really like a sacrament of like love and
That's also that. And you can feel the story in your pieces. I love this because that's what we're all about at Classic Waves is we're storytellers, but you're a storyteller too. So
yeah.
by nature, so you're a storyteller in a shop of storytelling. That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to, some people like just something that looks nice or fits a theme or whatever, but it's also fun when there's a little something behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
You can feel it in the piece when there is.
Yeah.
I think at least.
And with ornaments themselves, they're like a little story that you collect. I think that's sweet.
I was thinking that so Jenny makes tons and tons of ornaments for our shop that are just so beautiful, and some are wooden and some are porcelain, and they're all just so unique and colorful and perfect. And I was thinking about it because you gave us all one last year and I put it up on my roommates and I's Christmas tree, and I'm like explaining to them, telling them the story of the ornament that you gave me. And I was like, wow, like I have ornaments from when I was a child that I think about and I get so excited to pull out every year. Or like when I was little growing up and I would like couldn't wait to pull it out with my mom and talk about the ornament. And it's like you're doing that for so many people. Like so many people are pulling out your ornaments every year and being like, oh yeah, and that's the one we got on Oahu. And I just think that's cool. It really does have something special about ornaments. And because yours are special, that you can tell the stories are gonna last.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's fun, and it's really cool to be a part of, someone else's starting their stories, to add to it, and they get good memories at the end of the year of all the things, that places they've been, and things that they've done. So it's really fun, and I really do enjoy making them, and it's in my glamorous garage that my dog wanted me to throw the ball all the time. No, so there's a lot going on, but it's super fun, and I'm honored to be able to do this. This is you guys have really given me a platform to expand to, so appreciate that so much. Yeah.
I wish we got like statistics in our store. I wish we got statistics from every customer that comes in, where they're from.
Yes.
So you can see how far your ornaments are priced all over. Yeah, be really good. That'd be cool. Every person that comes in now, it's
Yeah.
Because a ton of people have a thing where they get an ornament everywhere they go. Oh, I love that. That's so. And one of your ornaments that you create that is one of our favorites at Gorza. So Jenny has created these Save the Mermaids ornaments where she does this beautiful woodwork of a mermaid tail, and the proceeds go entirely to Coral Gardener's Coral Adoption, which is what we are also doing with our Save the Mermaids t-shirts.
yeah. And right now, corals have been placed because that she's sponsored the Save the Mermaid wooden ornaments in particular. And now they're being placed in Thailand and Tahiti and Fiji as well. And I think the overall statistic is that we've sold.
We've sold 22, which has lended to adopting 16 corals and, as you put it, mermaid homes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was really fun. I had the idea. I saw the Save the Mermaids. We were working together, back in April, and I was like, we can all donate, but I thought it would be fun to have like a little kind of talisman or a, token to say, all right, if I get this, I can remember that I helped, and so making those was a lot of fun. Plus, they can be any color, which is like, yeah.
It's so cool. So thank you because
Oh, thank
so
you. Yeah.
we loved Save the Mermaids, the concept of it all, and we love that you were so excited about it to want to help us.
You took the initiative. We did. It was like the most brilliant thing.
Us. Like all of your proceeds and everything. It's really awesome. So thank you.
So bad. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, they're like meaningful or impactful, meaningful and impactful ornaments.
Thank you. Well, good. Hopefully it'll help people see it and they can be like, "What's this?" and make a donation on their own as well later on.
So important. So thank you. Is there anything new and upcoming with your artwork or anything you want to share?
Oh, we are always thinking, I have an evolution in mind for the ornaments, but I'm not quite there yet. Not to be cagey, but I have a thought on it, and I've tried it out and it doesn't work. But I will say, I mean, it doesn't work to my, we were talking about the artistic, how you never satisfied.
Criticism.
Yes, and so, but there may be some glass. We're figuring out how it all works together. So yes, so stay tuned, and I'll stay tuned too. But this is sure.
It doesn't come to the garage and
Yeah, I think I'd ever want to come over. Seriously, you will be impressed that I don't like trip over 15 million different things. That's the impressive part, is that I haven't landed on my head yet. Yeah, thanks.
That is fascinating to think about your process when creating and yeah. Oh, nice.
I know. Thank you so much for sharing.
It's just what I spend my time on, like other people who bake cakes or do cookies or that. That's what they focus on. So I found my focus, which is really helpful.
And that's why you're successful. I think when people find their focus and they're good at it and it means something, it's successful.
Uh-huh. Well, we certainly love having you. We've enjoyed every pop-up we've done with you.
Yes, you have been such a pop-up star with Fastcape Star, especially for the holiday season.
Well, I text all my friends like, "Do not make me stand here by." No, no, your store is so popular. It's such a good feeling place that people just are drawn to it.
Oh,
They come for you guys, and then I am so thankful to have that opportunity. And plus, it's just fun to see folks that I've met, throughout the years here in all these different capacities, and just to catch up, and it's really fun.
oh, cool. Do you think it makes a difference when you have that connection with the person who's purchasing one of your mosaics or ornaments? Um, does it give you an extra spark? Do you feel like it gives them an extra purchasing spark?
I I hope so, but yeah, it's hard to know what they think. I'm hoping a lot of my items is like comes from when I want to give somebody something, and I'm like, what do I give them? And so I think about what I would want to give as a gift, or how to make someone else's buying experience easier because it's something that's affordable or packable or whatever. But to have them know me is really cool, but it's not so much about me. It's about, if it they like it and they think it's cool, and that just thrills me. Yeah.
You live in so many people's houses.
Yeah, real. No, yeah. Well, I'm a mess, so I should not be building in her house.
My house is still mine, those boys. So everyone in my family's house too. That's hilarious. Wow. Yeah. I even had I just thought of this, that the one thing I had hanging from Classic Waves Boutique before I started working with Classic Waves Boutique was a Jenny Helman ornament.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun. I love it. I love it. It makes me happy. And I think I was telling you, I saw a sticker on the back of a car just on the way here, that was one of my Wyman Olive stickers, and I was like, "Oh, who is that?" And then I was like, "They don't even know that person. They said I liked it, you know, it's objective." Yeah, so that was just a fun little spot, like, "Oh, yay."
It really feels like we're just connected when we're seeing your work, and yeah, that's really cool. Swap makes it feel like a small place, small hometown.
Right. Yeah, for sure. These relationships matter, and it's just
Yeah.
important, to just be there and participate in the community. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for participating in our community. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Uh-huh. And thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. Thank you for having me. And
We're gonna get you one of these little Save the Mermaid.
Okay, shirts. So we check you to love our Save the Mermaids shirts. You can come to Chinatown or Kailua. And part of the proceeds go towards the same coral adoption as Jenny's ornaments, which you can also obviously get in either location, and her mosaics, beautiful artwork. You're so talented.
oh gosh, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The name's a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. Aloha.
Aloha.